by contracting the muscle. Exhale on the way down. Squeezing the muscle at the bottom. Try to keep the proper form. This is called your bench press. Exhale. Inhale. Don't forget, always pressing through the muscle. There you go. Today, we're going to perform the intermediate routines. An intermediate routine should at least consist of 3 days a week, 2 to 3 sets per exercise, 2 to 4 exercises per body part. The first day of lifting should always be your heaviest day, and your rep range should be anywhere from 6 to 8 reps. The second day is your medium weights. You should go anywhere from 8 to 12 repetitions. The third day is always your light day, and this is anywhere from 12 to 15 reps. This is so that you can get your heavy lifting out of the way at the beginning of the week, and from there you can go on and decrease. What you want to do is try to get your biggest muscles out of the way first. Your biggest muscle is always going to be your quads. Your quads is probably about the most stubbornest muscle that you're going to have for most people. But what you want to try to do is get that first, then you go to your second, would be another push movement, which would be your chest. From there, you want to go to another pulling motion, which will be your back. And from there, you can also go to your shoulders, then your arms. Arms would be the least because it's the smallest muscle that you have that you try to work on. What you want to do also is try to get the full development of the muscle. You can combine these routines several different ways, but it just depends upon what you want. What I like to do is show you just the easiest way so that you can adjust and do a lot more if you want to. Our first exercise is going to be the squat. I like performing the squat first only because it's the hardest for most people to do, and you need all your energy you can muster up to do this one first. So what we want to do, either you can do it on a Smith machine, you can do it free bar. I prefer the free bar only because it's easier for you to control. Smith machine guides you more up and down, but on this one here, you can control it. All right, same thing. You take your feet, you put them shoulder width apart, put the bar in your little groove on your back. Now you're ready to perform the exercise. All right, inhale as you go down, exhale as you come up. Keeping your back straight, feet straight ahead, knees pointed straight ahead. All right, inhale as you go down, exhale as you come up. Now, a lot of people have problems with this exercise only because their Achilles tendon is not flexible enough to go down and up. So what we normally do is we grab some weights and we place them up under the heels, or you buy proper lifting shoes to do this. A lot of people like to spend that money, so just grab some weights. 5 pounds or 10 pounds, depending upon the range of your Achilles tendon. Okay? Don't forget, don't try to talk while you do this exercise, but always try to breathe properly. All right? Exhale on the way up. Inhale coming down. Exhale on the way up. Now let me show you this real quick. You grab 5 pounds. You place them shoulder width apart. Placing your heel on the weight. This allows for you to have that same range without going too far and having your heels raised up off the floor on your Achilles tendon. Same thing. You put the bar back in the groove, bend your knees and go down. There's less pain on the knees when you do this, and you're not raising your heels up off the floor. Everything is proper technique again. Nice and easy, down and up. Okay? That's how you perform a real true squat. The next exercise we're going to do is the hamstring or leg curl. This is performed 2 different ways. The first way we're going to do today is the seated leg curl. There's also the lying leg curl. As you become more advanced at what you're doing, then we'll go to the lying leg curl. Lying leg curl probably is a little harder than the seated one, so that's why I take my intermediate people to the seated ones first. You adjust your footrest here by locking it in, setting it to the right numbers. Most machines should have numbers on here for you to adjust it to. Try to always put it in the proper place for your leg length. Next, you adjust your pad, the backstop or pad. It also has numbers, but you can pretty much visually see what you need to do with this one. Take your seat, adjust the weight, put it at the right poundage for yourself. Legs go up on the pad. Then you drop the leg rest down, lock yourself in, and you proceed by contracting the muscle. As you contract, you always want to exhale. Before you start, you inhale air. You exhale as you contract, coming down. You release, you inhale, exhale on the way down. Squeezing the muscle at the bottom, not just making movement. Most people get in here, they want to do repetition like so. It's wrong. You want to always go slower, contracting, exhaling the muscle, exhaling as you go down. Squeezing it in, inhale as you go up. Very nice even pace. Squeezing as you go down, exhale as you go up. If you're trying to get conditioned, that's when you move a little faster. But right now we're trying to build muscle. We're going to move it a little slower, contracting, exhaling properly. Squeezing, releasing. I'm doing a lot of talking in between because I want you to know what we're doing. But as you do this, you try to concentrate more on what you're doing and breathing. So, inhale, exhale as you're going down. Inhale on the way up, exhale on your way down. That's how you perform the seated leg curls or the ham tractor. Right now we're going to perform the horizontal leg press. The reason they call it the horizontal leg press is because you're actually lying down. They do also have the seated leg press. They have the 45-degree leg press. But as you go toward those apparatuses, you're going to have to be a little bit more advanced because you got to load and unload the plates. This is a selectorized machine, so it makes it a little easier for most people. All you do is reach over, set your weight at a weight that's going to be real comfortable to you. You slide your body into position. Adjust the length and height so that when you go up, you don't bottom out. Place your feet about shoulder width apart. First thing you do is you inhale air and you push up. Now, adjust the pad so it's fitting your shoulders comfortably. Then, inhale as you go down. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you go down. Exhale as you come up. Now, this is a great machine because it's almost like doing a squat without putting all the pressure on your lower back.
and your back has a rest, so you can always be very comfortable by pressing your lower back into the pad. Try to keep the movement consistent, going up and down, feet shoulder width apart. Try not to bottom out, try not to drop too fast, try not to move up and go off your toes. Try to keep your heels flat on the pad. Breathing as you go down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale on the way up. Now, it's a very good quadricep routine. The way you place your feet is low so that you don't get any of your hamstrings involved. The minute you start putting your feet up higher, you get more and more of your glutes and hamstring involved. A lot of women like to put their feet up high because they want that to work. But for most men, they're going to put their feet a little lower and they're going to press from the heel so it goes through the quad. Now, you can put your hands here or you can rest them on your legs very gentle, but try not to push off with your hands. So best thing to do is just put them up in the air and just go down and you come up. Also make sure there's nothing in your pockets because if you're lying down, everything's definitely going to fall out. That's for most men. All right, down. Don't let the knees go in, keep them out, pressing up. Down, up.
We also have some small details I'd like you to pay attention to. One of them is when you're in here, you want to make sure that your feet are plush against this board. Adjust it from here. Make sure you get full range of motion. One of the common mistakes for a beginner to do is to push from their toes. What they end up doing is pushing this way, which is wrong because you get more pressure on your knees. What you want to do is try to push through the heels. So when you come up, you push from the heels. Now it's all right to raise your toes up a little bit because it keeps your heels plush on that pad. Now also try to keep your back into this pad here, the bottom pad, because you don't want to arch your back. That's wrong technique. Try to push into the pad, pushing your heels, shoulder width apart, going down, deep into the movement, coming up. And what I like about this machine, it can limit your range depending upon your ability and your flexibility. So what you want to do is make sure that everything's comfortable to you by moving up and down, testing it out for yourself. At all times, try to keep the proper form, keeping your feet apart and making sure your knees doesn't go in. Right now, what we're going to do is go to the calf movement. If you have a bench that has a base, it's easy to do this exercise. For you at home who don't have a calf machine or anything like that, all you need is a straight bar. All you have to do is sit down, grab the bar, put your feet on the base, raise the bar to your knees. Now, place it on your knees, and you raise up, squeeze in at the top, lowering it down. You do anywhere from 12 to 15 reps. If you can get out 20, get 20. But this will definitely build your calves up just by putting the bar on the knees. Or you can do it another way. Simply by putting the bar on your shoulders, standing on the platform again, raising up, coming down, raising up, coming down. These are all toe raises. Go up and squeeze, lower down. Up and squeeze, lower it down. Try to gain control of this exercise so you keep your balance. Up, down. Up, squeeze, coming down. I don't want you to do this. Wrong. Get control. Come up, squeeze, go down. Up, squeeze, go down. Now, pull the bar back over, lower it to the floor, and then you can walk away from the exercise. On this exercise, when you put it on your shoulders, keep the body tight. When the bar is on your knees, same thing. Keep the body tight. Keep control of the exercise. Don't let the exercise control you. Our next exercise we're going to perform is called the bench press. We're going to do it with the free bar. But if you're in a gym, there's a conglomerate way of doing this. You have all sorts of machines. You have selector rides. You have hammer strength where you can actually add the weight. And also they have Smith machines that you can use. But for our purposes, we're pretending like you have a home gym and you're at home and you're doing your weights. So quite naturally, you're going to have what we call a barbell. This is a preset barbell, but a lot of them you can set your own weight. But for right now, we're going to use a preset one. All right, what you want to do, grab your bench, place the bar on the knee so that you can rock it up to your chest. And when you rock back, you throw your knees up, drop the bar in place up in the air. Your hands are going to be shoulder width apart. As you bring it down, you're inhaling air. As you push it up, you exhale the air. It's the same contraction. Inhaling and exhaling. You're trying to keep proper form. You're trying not to bounce the bar, and you're trying not to move it too fast. So you're putting all the stress on your chest. Now you got to remember, your chest muscles only work to about 3/4 of the way, then your shoulders and your tricep kicks in. So you want to keep a continual movement, pressing through the chest. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Your head is back against the pad. Now my head's up a little so I can talk to you, but this is the proper way to do it, by putting it back, pressing up. This is called your bench press. Nice, easy movement. All right, to bring it down, you bring your legs on the bench, bring it to the bar, rock your body up. Now, best thing to do is to try to have a training partner or get you a personal trainer to help you with this. Then it's not as bad, because he can show you a lot of other ways of doing the same exercise and make it easy upon yourself. Okay, there's a couple of ways of holding this bar. There's just like little perks for the bar. What you want to do, most people grip it over grip. That means your thumb is on top of the bar. You grip over the bar. But for safety and precautionary measures, beginners and intermediates should always grip under grip, where your hand is going around the bar. Now this way is safety simply because the bar cannot come out of your hand at all. But the other way, if you lose your fingers, your hand's off the bar. This way, when your thumb's around, you can't lose it. It's there. It's locked in. It's secure. Our next exercise is going to be performed is the incline press. This is for your upper pec. You need an incline bench and you need your dumbbells. This exercise is performed by sitting here properly with your feet firmly against the floor. You're going to lay back. You're going to take the dumbbells in your hand and you're going to press up. When you press up, you're going to what? Contract the muscles, so you're going to do what? You're going to exhale. As you exhale up, you inhale on the way down. You exhale on the way up. Okay. Now, what you want to do, you want to slightly bend the knees, grabbing the dumbbells, sitting down, the dumbbells on the knees. Easy way to get it up is by kicking one leg at a time. So you kick one leg up here, second leg up here. Now you lay back with the bar. Put your head against the pad. You want to press through and coming down. You want to press all the way through, coming down, making the dumbbells touch at the top. So you contract the muscle to the fullest there. Pressing up, coming down. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Don't forget, always pressing through the muscle. There you go. All the way through. Now on the way down, you bring it back down to your shoulders. Bring it around to the front. Bring your knees up. Drop it on your knees. Down to the floor. Okay. One of the final points. Here again, hand placement is very important. Since these are dumbbells, you want to try to wrap your thumb. You want to catch the dumbbell, wrap your thumb around the bar for safety measures. A lot of the advanced people like to put the thumb on top, but I prefer to wrap it around so that it doesn't slip out of your hand. See? It's a nice firm grip. Now this is for safety only, so always try to make sure you do that. Make sure that you're pushing through the chest when you do this movement. It's very important. Keep your feet placed firmly on the floor. Our next exercise is going to be called a dumbbell fly. First of all, you want to select a dumbbell that's going to be suitable for you. Then you're going to get an incline bench. This can be performed on an incline, or you can lay the bench all the way down and do it lying. I prefer the incline because it puts more stress on the weaker part of the chest, which is the upper part of the chest for most people. You set the bench to a good proper level. Adjust the bench. Now, have a seat. Grabbing your dumbbells. Put them on your knees. When you rock back, you're going to throw the dumbbells up, one at a time. Press it up. Turn them out. Slightly bend the arms as you go down. Inhale in there. Exhale when you come up. Squeezing. Contracting the chest. Let it stretch. Pause. Press it up. Stretch. Pause at the bottom. Press it up. One of the most common mistakes made is that people tend to bend their arms and then they press it up. That's wrong. You want to slightly bend the arms, lowering it down, locking in position, pressing it out. Lock in position, pressing it up and into the chest. This way you're working the upper pectoral muscle. It's not a press, but it's a fly movement. This is a press. That's what you call a press fly. That's not what we're doing. We're doing a fly, which is opening the chest up more, closing it back off. Open, close. All right, bring it down to your chest. One knee, other knee. Sit up, lower it to the floor. That's what you call a fly. Our next exercise we're going to do is called a lat pull down, and we're going to do this performing to the front. First of all, what you want to do is you want to set the post here so you make sure your feet and legs are comfortably up underneath by locking it in, locking it down sort of tight on the legs so it doesn't move. This way it doesn't allow your body to raise up off the seat. After you adjust your post there, you grab the handles about a little more than shoulder width apart. Grab a seat. Look up at the bar. Pull down to the bar, contracting the back. Pulling your shoulder blades together. Inhaling as you come down. Exhaling as you come down. Inhaling as you go up. Exhale. Contract. Release. Contract. Release. Always trying to squeeze your muscles together. You do this by applying the pressure, pulling your shoulder blades together. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. All right. One of the common mistakes on this body part is to try to lean back too far to get the movement in. Incorrect position. Never lean back. What you're trying to do there is start momentum, and that's going to help you pull it down. Try to sit up with the chest lifted up, pulling it down to the chest or to the chin, just below the chin, contracting the back, releasing. Try to do anywhere from 8 to 12 repetitions. Try to keep within that range only because you can contract it better that way and you can get more feel from it. Keep the weight stacked properly at your own ability. Not letting it get too heavy so you got to strain to get it down. This exercise is called bent over cable rows. The way you perform this exercise is first setting your position. Feet about shoulder width apart, planting your feet into the floor, bending at their waist. Arms in front, grab the bar with reverse grip, and you want to pull and contract to the stomach. Same thing, pull and contract. As you pull in, you want to breathe out.
Inhale as you let it out. All right? Set your weight. Grab the bar in the reverse position here, or you can grab it in the overhand position. It's your preference. Today we're going to perform in the overhand position. Back is flat, head up, butt out, pull into the stomach. Releasing it, pulling and contracting in there. Pull and contract. Always try to keep that back nice and tight so you put no stress on your lower back. All right? Inhale as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Contracting, pulling your shoulder blades together. This particular exercise is very good for the center of your back. You want to bring those erectors out. You want to sort of pull and contract and squeeze. Always try to remember to keep in a low crouch position, keeping your back nice and tight. Never try to lift up with it. Total different exercise. So you keep down low, pull into the stomach, contracting your lower back, squeezing it tight, and also shoulders back. Next group of exercises we're going to do is for the shoulders. The first exercise is going to be called the shoulder press. What we're going to do is grab a straight bar, 40, 50, whatever pounds you can handle. You grab the bar. Make sure your belt is tight. Have a seat. Pull it to your chest. Up overhead, behind the head. Rest it on your shoulders. Put your thumbs in position, either over the bar or around. For those who are not secure with it, put them around the bar. Hands all the way out to the end. Sit with your back straight. Press overhead. As you press up, you want to exhale. Lower it back down as you inhale. Press it up. Lower it down. Press up. Try to keep a real nice smooth motion. Make sure everything's going right. Press it up. Bring it down. Bring it up. That's what you call behind the neck press. Now, the same exercise can be performed from the front. This is called hands a little closer. Bring it down. Press it up. Bring it down. Press it up. Bring it down to the chest. It's overhead. Try not to lean back. Try not to arch your back. Try to keep it nice and straight. Bring it down to the chin. Press it up, bring it down, press it up. Try to get at least 10 to 12 repetitions. As you perform this, always try to stay nice and tight, keeping that lower back nice and sturdy so that you don't arch your back and you don't cause any pain down the lower back. Also, never arch your head way back. Don't try to pull your muscles in your neck. Okay? The next exercise would be called the lateral raise. A lot of people call it side laterals, but it's actually just a lateral raise. That's all we're going to do. Grab a set of dumbbells. Once again, I'm choosing 25 pounds. Rest them on your knee. Make sure your seat's nice and firm. Grab the dumbbells, thumb one over. Bring the hands down to your side. Common mistake made, first of all. This is not a lateral raise. It's going to your front. A lot of people like to bring the arms to the front. What I want to do is try to bring my arms straight to the side. So I lift my chest up, locking my lower back in, raising the dumbbells up, lower them down. Slightly bending the arms. Going up, down. Exhale when you go up. Inhale when you come down. Exhale. Inhale. Try to keep a good smooth motion. Up and down movement. Nice and smooth. Try not to bend the arms. That's not what I want. Yes, it is a lateral raise, but it
tends to pull more on your forearm, and I don't want to pull on the forearms. I want to just work the shoulders. So lock the arms, slightly bend them, go up, come down, go up, come down. Once again, you want anywhere from 8 to 10 repetitions. If you're going real heavy, you'll lower the reps. But try to stick between 8 and 10. A lot of people like to do 8 to 12. Okay, I just prefer 10 because it's a good even number there. Now, for those of you who don't have light enough dumbbells, what you need to do is just have 5-pound plates around. They're very handy. All you do is grab it, have your fingers inside, hold me outside. Same thing. You raise it up, you lower it down. Bringing it up, keeping the back nice and tight, lowering it down. Bringing those shoulders up. Remember to turn those thumbs down toward the floor. It's like you're pouring out a pitcher of water. Bring it up, lowering it down. Keep moving it up. Working those delts. Slightly bending the arms. Don't do it straight. Put too much stress on the elbows. Slightly bending them, take the stress off. So, if you don't have dumbbells, just grab some 5-pound plates to make it lighter for you and go at it. And now we're going to go to the bicep movement. If you notice, I'm taking this in sequence. We went from legs to chest to back, shoulders. Now we have bicep and tricep. We'll do bicep first. The first thing we're going to do is called the bicep curl, and we're going to use the straight bar. This exercise can be performed from a straight bar or easy curl bar, which is slightly bent bar. I prefer the straight bar for beginners, so they get more pressure on their bicep than on anything else, rather than the forearms or the wrists. You want to grab the bar shoulder width apart, locking the elbows out to the side a little, taking the pressure off the elbows and off the forearms by dropping the wrist slightly back. Now, curling motion. Exhaling as you come up, squeezing about a little more than 3/4 of the way, bringing it down. Contracting the bicep each time, dropping the wrist back, squeezing, bringing it down. Most people want to bring the bar out and bring it up. No, you just want to keep it here in position, slightly in front of the body, bringing it up, contracting the muscle, then bringing it down. Bring it up, squeezing, bringing it down. As you get to the top, you bring the forearms up just a little. Good. Squeezing that bar. Stand tight, thumbs around the bar. Now, the reason we're doing this is so we get more peak and thicker biceps. So you want thicker biceps, you want to control the bar coming up and let the control coming down. Pulling it up by control, letting it down. Our next exercise is going to be the tricep push down. Right here you select your bar, select your weight. This is going to be done on the cable machine. Now, slightly put your hands apart, putting it down, elbows to the side. Then you want to press straight down. Press down, let it come up. Exhale, inhale, contract, release, contract, release. Very effective for that tricep. You want to build a nice horseshoe on that tricep, you want to do this exercise. Now, another good way of doing it is to push slightly in front and down. That way you take your shoulders out of play. Most people want to do this, you're putting too much shoulder into the movement. Take the shoulders out by pushing it in front a little. Squeezing it out there, pausing the movement. Squeeze, release. Now, you can perform this exercise another way by putting your thumb around the bar. I prefer to put my thumb on top, but for those amateurs, you should put your thumbs around the bar so it doesn't slip out your hand. A lot of times when your hand's on top and you push, it slips over the bar. To prevent that, you put your thumbs around the bar, squeezing, gripping the bar, pushing down. That's more secure. Squeeze it down. Okay? Now we're going to go to the abs Okay, we're gonna grab us a bench. Get rid of the belt. Okay, now we're gonna work the lower abs first. We're gonna slightly lean the back. Put the feet together. Bring the abs, bring your knees to your chest. Contracting the abs. Here we go. Exhale when you go in. Inhale. Exhale, squeezing. You're trying not to go too low so you don't get the hip flexors involved. Squeezing it at the top. Releasing. Squeeze. Release. Trying to keep your lower back straight, tight, but contracting the lower abs each time. Once again. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Contract. Release. Contract. Release. Now, if your quads start to get tight on this exercise, that means you're getting a little bit more hip flexors than you want. So cut the range down a little bit. Another exercise you can do in the same position from the bench is hook your feet underneath, lie back, now come up, squeeze. Now you're working more toward the mid-ab. Exhale in, inhale when you come up. Blowing the air out. Always blow the air out when you come up to the crunch position. Now, if you're at home and you don't have anything to do, you can do these by sitting on the floor, by doing the crunch from the floor. By lying on the floor, putting your legs up in the air. This exercise is very easy and it's really effective if you do it the right way. So always try to exhale the air out as you come up so you get more contraction on the abs.